A very good afternoon, viewers, and we are here to take a look on what is happening in the nation South Africa. And remember that there are fights between the ANC, the MK, and the EFF as parties scramble to be part of the coalition or a possible coalition in the nation South Africa. However, South Africa is the ANC has highlighted that they are not willing to work with the MK. They're not willing to work with the EFF. But remember, this is not the whole ANC. This is the top leadership of the ANC, which includes Fikile Mbalula and Cyril Ramaphosa. These are the two gentlemen who are calling the shots within the ANC. And we need to take a look on what they've proposed so far, and let us see if this is going to work. Remember, members of the NEC, of the EFF, of the ANC are clearly mentioning that it will not be possible. They are not going to allow it to work like that. But let us take a look on the preferences of ANC so far. They are preferring to work with DA and IFP at the expense of the MK and EFF. They have made it clear that they are not willing to work with the EFF as well as the MK, and this is very important. So this is a document, a draft for discussion, which was released, and it's around 8 pages, document which is speaking about a possible coalition. And they are saying that a coalition agreement that sets back the renewal and transformation agenda of the ANC would be a marriage of convenience and would prioritize political expediency over the long-term effects on the ANC and on the country as a whole. So for this reason, the ANC is not considering the economic freedom fighters, EFF, or Jacob Zuma's Umkhonto weSizwe party as a viable candidates for a coalition arrangement. This is what they are saying in this document, which is right here. And they have made their possible options, and the three options, therefore, which they have tabled. Number one, a coalition with the Democratic Alliance and the Inkatha Freedom Party, IFP. Or number two, a confidence and supply agreement with the DA and IFP. Number three, a government of national unity with all parties in parliament or those whose vote shares exceeds a defined threshold. So these are the proposals they have made so far, and they have made it clear in this document that they are not willing to work with Jacob Zuma. They are not willing to work with EFF of Julius Malema, despite EFF indicating that they are willing to work with the ANC. Julius Malema made public two demands. He said he simply wants to lead in parliament in terms of being the speaker and also the finance ministry. These are the two demands he made, but ANC in this draft, they have refused to do so. And this has triggered a lot of divisions within the ANC, because a lot of ANC comrades do not believe that there is need for them to work with the DA. And, major reasons which are being raised by ANC members are that if they are to work with the DA, that is going to strengthen the EFF, that is going to strengthen the MK party, and that is going to make a lot of MPs and councillors lose in the future for 2029 elections. So, because DA is viewed as a racist party. If you take a look on the performance of DA in these elections across provinces, DA has failed dismally. They only came second, I think, in Gauteng province, and they only came first in Western Cape province. But if you take a look on the MK and the EFF, they were number two, number three in most parts of South Africa, and the MK was number one in KwaZulu-Natal. So you can actually see that if we are to consider the national political dynamics, what the people want after the ANC, people wanted the EFF after ANC, people want MK after ANC. This has been proven across the country. So go to any province, see number one, number two, see number one, number two, it's ANC, number two MK, or ANC, Number two, EFF. That is the will of the people of South Africa. And I believe that that was going to be a broad-based political structure or governance structure they could reach at this point in time. But they're saying serious considerations should be given to a confidence and supply agreement with the DA. How do they plan to work with the DA? Number one, they are proposing to work on the basis that they do not give DA cabinet posts, but they work together, DA supporting ANC. Is DA willing to agree to such kind of governance where ANC is going to form the whole government on its own, but vote together with the DA? I doubt that is going to happen, because the demands of DA are that they need the vice presidents, they need to be part and parcel of the government. So this one is going to be very difficult, but it can work if they agree that DA is going to take Gauteng and DA is going to take also KwaZulu-Natal to spite Jacob Zuma, or IFP will be given KwaZulu-Natal, DA will be given Gauteng, and they've already won in Western Cape, which means MK and EFF, they'll be deprived any chance to lead in the provincial legislatures. This is the plan. So they want to shut out EFF and MK completely, and by doing so, they can use confidence and supply agreement with the DA, where DA will help ANC to vote for the president, and ANC will help DA to form a government in Gauteng, and they will help Inkatha to form a government in KwaZulu-Natal. That is plan number one. Plan number two, they can form a government together with other parties. Like they can form a coalition with the DA together with Inkatha Freedom Party. They can form that coalition together, and after forming that coalition together, they can actually work together. I have some MPs for DA, ministers for DA, ministers for Inkatha Freedom Party. That is another possibility which is there. So there is an 8 document which has been leaked. This is the document we are dealing with right here, and they've been talking about these 3 possibilities: coalition government, minority, or dissolution. These are other 3 options which are also on the table at this point in time. So if ANC is to form a coalition with DA and IFP, what it means is ANC is going to occupy the presidency, and DA is going to occupy the vice presidency. The Inkatha Freedom Party will then be part of the cabinet, and they will share those portfolios. And you will see on diplomatic missions, they will also work together to appoint people in diplomatic missions. That is another possibility and option if they are to work together. And also, they will also work together in provincial legislatures, like Gauteng, like the KwaZulu-Natal. The same way they want to do it when they have another government. So this is what is happening at this point in time, and ANC is trying to shut out any other political party, especially the EFF and the MK, and they've accused EFF and MK of being corrupt and not following the constitution. They've said it publicly that EFF is corrupt, and they've said that MK it does not follow the constitution. These are the arguments they've made, and this is causing a lot of trouble within the South African political landscape, because a lot of people do not believe this is going to work. So will the NEC of the ANC allow this to happen? It depends with their strengths. It depends with the strength of the vice president of the ANC and the vice president of South Africa, Paul Mashatile. if he is strong enough to challenge Ramaphosa, then the NEC will be able to stop the possibility of having a government of ANC and DA, which is going to put a lot ANC on disadvantage. Remember, Cyril Ramaphosa is going, this is his last term, and a lot of people are accusing him of not caring for the future of the ANC. They are saying that he wants to leave ANC completely destroyed. So we need to take a look on what the comparisons they've made. They've given options, they've given advantages and disadvantages and recommendations. So now, option number one, coalition agreement with the DA. They're saying that the advantages are that the majority at the national level in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, these ANC, DA, and IFP, they're going to be able to run these metros. That is Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. They'll be able to run these metros. They'll be able to grab KwaZulu-Natal from the MK. They'll be able to grab Gauteng from the EFF as well. So this is very important to note. And they're also talking about being more inclusive of the population, representing a plurality of close to 70% of voters at a national level. So they're saying if they manage to unite with DA, with IFP, they will be representing over 70% of the total population. And they're saying this is going to be a stable government with which is going to risk the no confidence motions. And they're saying that this is going to have a positive boost to confidence in the economy and the ability to government to deliver. So they're saying their government is going to deliver if they unite with DA, if they unite with IFP, and they don't work with the MK and EFF. And they're saying the disadvantages are that there is a political risk of aligning with parties which may be rejected by some ANC supporters. And this is the truth because ANC members, not only supporters, members in the leadership, the ANC has made it clear that they don't want to work with a DA, which means there is going to be problem, there's going to be trouble. And this government, option number one, it only survives if the ANC does not make a decision on Cyril Ramaphosa. But if ANC makes a move on Cyril Ramaphosa and forces Ramaphosa out, what it means is there will need to be another government. And how are they going to do it? If ANC unites with MK and EFF, they will be able, maybe with another party, Patriotic Alliance, they'll be able to have two-thirds majority. They'll be able to move a motion of no confidence against Cyril Ramaphosa, remove him from the presidency, remove him from the government. And that will be the collapse of that kind of a government. So they will not do it. This one is risky, and it will be just, they will take risk if they are to pursue this direction. So you'd see that they've made it clear that canvassing support within ANC structures and greater MDM may prove challenging, and risk of inability to agree minimum program of government and preserves key policy commitments. You see that DA will be pushing its own policies, which is going to make ANC face a lot of challenges. And option number two, quickly, they speak about confidence in supply agreement with the DA and the IFP. They're saying that the advantages is that they will avoid complexities of coalition and preserving the distinct party identity, which means they will not be liable to some of the demands of any other political party. They are going to have stability of government through support in confidence motions and ability to pass budgets, which means the DA and the IFP will focus on provincial legislatures and the ANC will focus on the national, and they will be voting together. But on the disadvantages, there is a lack of majority in parliament with threatened ability to pass key legislation, and may not be enough time to successfully create a buy-in and understanding of this option within ANC structures. So this is another issue they've raised, that they will not have a control over what the IFP might think, over what the DA might think, which means that might jeopardize their efforts and their plans. And they are thinking also of a third option of government of national unity, where every political party is going to be included. And they're saying most inclusive government contributing to national unity and avoid the need to select one coalition partner. But their disadvantages are that they know that if any party withdraws, then they are in trouble. So everything what they have said, it depends on the moves which are going to be made by senior ANC officials in the top 6 and also in the NEC of the ANC. These are key determinants on the survival of this sort of a government. So this is what is happening. We're talking about the government which has been proposed so far by the ANC, led by Cyril Ramaphosa. So he's trying to force ANC to work with the DA and is snubbing MK and EFF. This is what is happening at this point in time, and we'll watch and see if this is going to succeed. We'll watch and see if this is going to happen, and if Ramaphosa, if that happens, is he going to live longer? In my own view, I doubt that his governance will survive. So this is what is happening. Let us meet in another episode, in other broadcast. And Duna, thank you very much for coming. Evaya, thank you very much for coming. Let us meet in other broadcasts.